Good morning. Hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Today, before we even go any further, man, I'll be going live from Trifecta today. Going up there, and Jake and I will have a discussion about. He was scheduled to come out to Chicago's windup, but he has some family stuff going on, so you already know family first, man. And I'm just gonna fill him in today on what I saw, and let's kick it off with that. I don't have a watch on right now. They actually all right here. I don't know which one I'm gonna put on next, but I had a discussion with a collector last night. Actually, several discussions with several different people about watches. Some asking that question about what I should collect, what direction, what's out there. I had a discussion about the different events that I've been to, what's the pros and cons, and we talked Seiko last night. We talked Seiko. So today, I mean, if you like, you know what's crazy? I was looking at YouTube. It was a video? It's like I think a 2-minute video. Oh, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. It was a 2-minute video about going live, right, on this platform and not being concerned with the thumbnail so much because you guys don't see it coming straight in. But anybody that sees on replay seeing I got like a pad of paper there, a watch and everything. And it's really like, this is just food for thought. For those that have been collecting, I mean, it's for everybody, really. Those that's been collecting, those that are considering jumping into this thing, and those that may be like burned out, because I've had those conversations in the past week. You know, it comes down to watch companies aren't really satisfying certain people, you know, and they want to. Some people want to stick to that specific brand, and they're seeing that their brand is not providing what they're looking for because they're seeing other stuff, right? So let's jump into a watch I just dropped a short on yesterday, and it's this Islander. This is the Islander JFK, which is named after the airport out there. So this piece right here, I didn't even approach this watch in a, like, I'm gonna compare it to something else, or it reminds me of something else. I liked it just because, like, when the team over there, because I got it from the windup, Mark's team just like showed me this watch. He was like, hey, check this out. And I'm looking like, now I knew about the watch last year, knew about this, right? So just take a good look at it. You see how the loom is screaming at you right now in the daylight. And then you got like clouds in this thing. I think Mark called those croissants, which I thought he's funny. What up, Corey? This is NH34. But this is what really shocked me, is the amount of finishing, the way the bracelet is, that mill clasp, and the price. All of it together. Oh, hold up. This is what I didn't talk about on this thing. Look at that crown. Look how big that crown is, man. That crown is so oversized, man. This is a phenomenal piece. On my short yesterday, I said this could be a one and done. He said, what are you talking about, bro? I'm like, this is my collection. Not hawking anything. So this is my biggest issue, is that watch is $369. It come on the NH34, so it's not going to have the functions of a traveler's GMT, but it still works. And for somebody like me, I think it's pretty dope because I don't travel as much. What's up, Luciano? So all I need to do is maintain different time zones for, like, so I know what time California, because you can time up to 3 different time zones on this thing. So I can do California, of course I got my local time, and then overseas, so like Iraq, because I got people that's watching from Iraq. So and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I try to be conscious of the different times that I'm going, and if it's a topic that somebody wants to hear overseas, I want to try to, you know, at least do a live where I'm in tune with like their chill schedules. They off work and they relax, probably like 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening or whatever. And I don't care what time I go live, man. It don't matter to me. I could do a 10-minute live at 2 o'clock in the morning. What's up, Bob? Hey, Bob, that came yesterday too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was busy yesterday just going back and forth, and I saw it. I was like, oh man, let me call Bob, man. So yeah, but thank you, you and Eileen. Hey, Ant, man, Bob, appreciate you, man, for, like, you know what I'm saying. And this is, you know what? Some of you guys may not factor this in to watch collecting because it has nothing to do with the type of watch. Yeah, I'm good.
You want a little bit more coffee or not?
I'm good on that. I always factor in the people because I get information from people. I talk to a lot of folks, and this can be, as far as the YouTube portion of it, can be very challenging. And I have a number of people behind me, man, that are very supportive, man, and encouraging. Very, oh my gosh, man. And it's like I said this, and I've said this many times before. You don't need a whole bunch of team. You don't need a whole like stadium full of people, you know, like screaming for you, but like there's 1 or 2 people that could just make so much, so like impact, make a big impact on your life. So I appreciate y'all. If it functions and tells time, it's a real watch. Right now, hold on, let me see, hold up. I want to make sure. What's up, Jake? Where you hail from, bro? Where you hail from? Where you check in from? Islanders are fake watches. We always get some in Thelonious all the time. I mean every day. Every day. I'm a jeweler who has a shop in a local mall. I built there, really. That's good, man. You know what the biggest thing too, man, if you got a connection with your people, man, and you giving them quality service and great products, man, they'll continue to rock with you forever. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I have, matter of fact, let me just show you guys real quick. I'm gonna show you the lineup. So I got Ball, I got Squale, Tissot, and 2 Hamiltons. And I'm not just throwing the names out there because they're big brands and stuff like that. But each one of these watches have a purpose. I have them in my collection for a reason. And I will go back. Like Tissot offers, man, like if you go through Tissot's lineup, they got a lot of nice stuff. And it will match anything. I mean, literally, you can just shop. If you're just a Tissot fan, you can just shop with them, no problem, without going to any other brand. Hamilton. I'm going to say, personally, Hamilton has a lot to offer, but I don't think not as much as Tissot. It's not going to hit like Tissot. You know, Hamilton, and that's just for me, because, like, you may be different, but, like, Hamilton, for what they offer, Tissot has more of a gentleman kind of entryway. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have your dressy, you got your sport, adventurous, where Hamilton is more adventure to me off top, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they got some serious watch for sport, but yeah, they just don't hit. But I will always mess with Hamilton. Squale, dive watch. Ball, man, they got some everything too. But the price is with Ball, the price will be that deciding factor. But I'll tell you off top, Long Island watches, not just his watches alone, but because he has a storefront that has so many different brands there, he has something for everybody. You can go there and just don't even worry about it no more. Trap's still getting haters. He's still doing something right. Stop eating C4s. If I recall correctly, it's sold sales the cheapest car certified watch. The 1938, yes, that's this right here, bro. That right there, that watch right there is a little bit over $1,000. I think it's like 1,050. I think that's the price on it. 1,050, chronometer certified, 6 seconds fast, 4 seconds slow deviation, bro. And it's and that's just the rate. It could be like I haven't had this one tested yet. I'll take it up to Kokomo and see how mine is running, because it could be 0 seconds per day. It could be like perfectly tuned. But I was is it Levish? Levish? I don't want to mispronounce it. Repeat customers is the name of the game. You're right. Repeat customers is the name of the game, man. Because if you treat me well, I will continue to shop. That's what, like, let me put my watch on. At around 11:30, I'll be going live from Jake's shop out there in Trifecta. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, his customer service is on par, man. Is A1. Kokomo, I go out there. Palmer's Jewelers. When I buy from them, I got my mom some earrings from out there. Man, they took care of her. They took her around, showed her everything she needed to see and everything. So, yeah, customer service, man. What's up, man? Yeah, so that one doesn't have the small seconds. The one that's 825, I saw that. That one doesn't have the small seconds. But is amazing. So going back to this, hold on. Let me just show you. Let me tell you this. Let's talk Seiko. Anybody that's a fan of Seiko, what I'm about to say is not to deter you or to make you feel some type of way, but it is to make you think. When you're talking Seiko, they're 6R and their 8R movements, right? The NE88s, the 86 movements for us, like in other brands. It is crazy how they have that chronograph, right? That watch has an NE86, I think, in it. That watch is $3,500. Now, it's a limited. I think it's either limited or a limited production. Beautiful watch. It has leather and it has a deployment clasp that won't allow you to wear the leather out, right? It has that dual deployment clasp. So the watch off top, the build, great. But Seiko sells the NE86 and 88 to other companies, and they are doing phenomenal work. Case in point, Aragon, they have an NE88. He has a sale, and I think his sale's going on right now, or it may be over. But that watch was a little over $1,000. Or no, it was $999. Dropped it down to just under $500. So that watch is a chronograph. There's only one configuration that you can do. It's up to the watchmaker to make the case look the way it's going to look and give it the type of dial that's going to attract customers. But if that watch, no, I'm going to say if, by that watch being as low as it is and it has the same movement as Seiko, I'm hard pressed to go with other companies, man, because I don't want to drop $3,500 for that. Yes, because here's the deal. The thing about that, the NE88 and the 86, yes, it is better than it doesn't wear out as fast, man. There's it's the perfected version of the 7750. And yeah, it's not Swiss made, but dude, those watchmakers are doing a phenomenal job on them, man. Because I'm looking at how those watches operate, man. Yes, and I've dealt with the NE88 and the 86, messing with it, and there are some watches that once you get it wound up, full wound, and you're messing with the chronograph, there is some hesitation in certain watches. It's not as active, or responsive rather. And if you keep clicking it, sometimes it won't respond. It's like, okay, hey, you're doing too much. But that's what I paid for. I want this watch to perform. So I am just, that part of Seiko, I'm disappointed in, because Seiko is a very, very well-known brand, phenomenal brand. I have about what, 5 Seikos or 6 Seikos in my collection right now, and I like all of them, every last one of them, every last one of them I think are phenomenal. But again, I got those at great deals, amazing deals. One of them, well, actually I got 2 for free, but one, gosh, that watch is so great, and I got it for like one of the best deals ever. Megazoid, what's going on? Invictus Showcase, what's going on? Or delivery, be right back. Okay. It's got a column wheel and vertical clutch. So right. So and that's it, man. And I'll say, and I know, and I'm not knocking, because I have a few watches with the 7750. And this is just me, just telling anybody. If you love watches, you're an enthusiast, and you don't have the 7750, I will say find one at a reasonable price just to have in your collection. Just to have in your collection, even if you just wear it once or twice a year, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. The 7750, as far as history is concerned, is one of the most important movements to what we know today as far as chronographs is concerned. Hands down. Now, that movement was scheduled to be scrapped because of the quartz crisis. The creator of that movement literally made that movement. I think they built that movement off of the 7733. And that was to compete with the El Primero movement. And it did a phenomenal job. And once he brought that thing back, I want to say mid-80s, it's just been up from there, man. Like, there's so many different companies. Like the Germans they base it off they have their own now, but they base it off the 7750, man. Like Moon Phase came out, then the 7751s, 7753s. That movement is so freaking important in the history of watches. Those people that love chronographs, that movement is super important. And then you can take it back all the way to the early 1900s, man. Oh my gosh. So I would just say, if you don't have one, get it just for now. I'm not going live again later. Yes, I am. I'm going live in a couple hours. I'll be up there, Jake's. I have to talk with him. Haven't been up there in about a week and a half. He didn't get a chance to go to the show, so I got some material with me so I can give him an update. Plus, I got some video for him to look at. Yeah, and that's one thing, man. We're all, you know what? The one thing we're gonna always have is debates. We're not gonna agree with each other on stuff, man. And you know, I think having a good debate with another watch collector, man, is great for overall. It's like, you know, like, hey, I don't agree with your opinion. Well, I don't agree with that. I'm like, well, why not? And you're going back and forth. And as long as you guys can have a respectful conversation and, you know, throw your viewpoints, be like, okay, all right, cool. Because I do that all the time. I do that all the time. Shoot, me and Dave D would go back and forth. He'd be like, well, just consider this. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's one of them things, man. And you don't have to always agree. You know, it was it was somebody that, this was about a year ago. Yeah, I think it's about a year ago. We're sitting there having this conversation about, you know, my collection and what I should and shouldn't have in it. And I stopped, like, wait a minute. Think about that for a second. You said in my collection. It was like, well, you're on YouTube, bro, and there's certain watches that you want to present and certain watches that you don't. No, bro, I'm going to show everything that I have. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, this man, roundtable talks is essential, man. They're important. And I believe I'm gonna see. So, if you guys are available, literally around lunchtime, I invite you to come back, and we'll talk about, like, we'll sit down with Longines, because, like, that's one brand, in my opinion, it just doesn't have the kick, or it's not getting the shine that I think it deserves, historically speaking. You know what I'm saying? And all of the features, all of the things that they brought to the game, brought to the table. You know, that other brands were able to look at and say, hey, you know what, that's a good idea. Let me incorporate that. Yo, what's going on, DK? Echo chambers are toxic. Look at our politics. It's good to get some different opinions from time to time. It is, man. But you know what, Flonies, you have to be careful who you invite to this conversation, though. Okay, all right, bro. You have to be careful who you invite to the conversation, because I've had conversations with people where it just didn't work. Angry Asian, love your Hydro Conquest. Great all-around watch. I agree with you. I promise I agree with you wholeheartedly. I dig my Hydro Conquest, man. I wouldn't mind having a Conquest as well. And shoot, I just like collecting, man. It's just so much stuff out there, man. That, man, I left this event. Man, I wish y'all could have been there, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Like, to hear somebody talk about how long it took them to create the watch, the going back and forth over the drawing boards, the nervousness of launching a watch, hoping that people will accept it, the price points, because they like, hey, I know everybody's not gonna be able to get into this. It's like, man, you gotta. I was telling people there, I said, man, I commend you guys, because you have to consider so much. You got all this money invested in it, man. And what if it do flop? What if nobody really digs your watches, man? And then I was looking online, and I also have a comment. One of you guys commented that you think micro brands are a waste of space because they're just Homage. They're copying some of your loved brands and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I don't agree with you at all, bro. I promise I don't agree with you. I don't know, bro. Longines get mad respect, at least from my observation. My Longines Conquest view got crazy analytics indicating that the brand that people want. Yet now that I don't doubt. I'm just saying, as far as like, now, you know, I guess it would depend on the algorithm too, though, bro. That's so. Let me just say that from my perspective, because when I click on YouTube, of course I get notifications from everybody I'm subscribed to or I rock with, but like, I've searched Longines so many times, and they will still recommend, for me, they'll recommend one of four. They're going to recommend Seiko, Casio, Rolex, and Omega. Like, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? So he said, degenerate, we meet again. What's going on? Yes, bro, yeah, man. I think you control the algorithm. Honestly, I think you feeding it, or you're creating what we. Yeah, it's you, bro. You the Wizard of Oz. You are the Wizard of Oz, bro. Speaking of which, I got one of my favorite Invictas, and I got it from the cold dead hands of one YouTuber that's on here right now. This watch heavy as heck, boy. Hey, hey, before I go, we at 24 minutes, man. I'll probably end at 30 minutes exactly. You know what's crazy? Wearing Invicta for as long as I have, right? I've been wearing Invicta since 2014, and y'all know, if you've never worn Invicta, those watches are heavy, right? And it's like, you got it on, you feeling great. The moment you get out of that, you know, like wearing it every day, and you start wearing other watches, man, so you're going from 250, 260 gram watches down to like, dude, 160 grams. And it's like, the heck? And you go back, like, I had this on this morning. I said, yo, this watch heavy. Wow. People that hate homages, legal copies, are so... It's not And this GD watch thing. Stop. I can hear your voice. Oh my gosh. Oh man. DK gave me the greatest citizen. Love that man. Hey bro, look. Yeah. DK, hold up. Check this out. And I know for a fact when I'm doing these lives and stuff like that, I know everybody's not chatting and stuff like that or whatever, and people are observing for whatever reason. But the people, and I'm not trying to single you out, but I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. Have you ever designed? Have you ever tried to make your own watch? Have you ever repaired a watch? Have you ever done anything besides put a battery in your watch or change a band? Bro, I've never designed a watch. I actually came up with like what I would like to see in a watch. But once I sat down with an actual watchmaker on a number of occasions and saw what goes into it, the money that goes into it, I say, yo, they gave me a new perspective. So like, those of you that are talking like, hey, I'm tired of seeing Homages, I'm tired of seeing this, you know how important Homage watches are? What person you know can walk in right now and get a 5811, go a freaking Paddock? Who can just walk in and get an AP? Yes, there are some people that could just go and get an AP. I literally saw it when I was at Moria Jewelers. A guy went in there and probably spent $150,000 that quick on a few watches. You know what I'm saying? Like when they have these events, people are spending money. But for somebody that can't do it, right? And you got a lot of energy talking about, man, I don't like Homage watches because they're copying the fakes. They're degrading the watches. They're doing this. Man, then you talk as if you have a financial say in the matter. Like you got money invested in the company. And they're like, as far as your shares, it's like they're ignoring you and they're going on with their Homage. You don't have that footing. Like you just, I don't know, man. Like you talk a lot. That's crazy. Homages are a great way to see if you like the style and watch before you spend big bucks. See, there's that angle. Have you thought about having your own watch store? You're a watch connoisseur. Hey, bro, you know what? I just had this conversation at the event, and there was a guy there that said, hey, he was like, man, I watch your channel, bro, and he was like, man, you got a lot of passion for watches, and you like dealing with people, man. You ever thought about having your own? I was like, I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be, oh my gosh. I mean, because when I worked for K Jewelers, man, I would much rather have like it be my store, because when I worked there, man, I had like my first manager, she was amazing. She's no longer doing it, but she was amazing. I would work, if she opened her own store right now and said, Trap, come over, in a heartbeat, I'll be there with her. That's the only person I would work for. That's it, hands down. Like, I have no problem with her. But I just fell out of love with people that, you know, just doing stuff. Because I think I did tell this story a couple times. In our store, we don't sell Invicta watches. In K Jewelers, Zales sells Invicta watches and other brands, but every once in a while we will get those watches. They'll hit the inventory or whatever. So we had a pro diver comes in, it was automatic, and the girl I worked with sold the watch, and she didn't tell a lady that it was automatic. She didn't explain nothing to the lady. She just sold it to her because the lady liked it. Husband, she brought it back and said, hey, could you get this watch back working? It's broke. Got the watch working. Now I wasn't working. I'm working with her. I saw when it happened though, but I didn't think none of it. The lady came back when I opened the store, and she said, hey, sir, look, I need to switch this watch out. I said, what's wrong? She goes, it keeps dying out. My husband set it down. It'll work for a couple days, and I looked at it, I was like, I said, you do realize it's an automatic watch, right? Your husband, if he's letting it sit for more than 2 days, it's going to die. She said, why is that? I said, it's automatic. She said, what the heck is automatic? So I had to explain to her the type of watch that she bought, right? And I ended up selling her a Citizen, right? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, if you want to watch that was just like all you need to sit it down, buy some light, you're good to go. So she bought her husband another watch, but she kept that one, and I taught her how to operate it. Told her, tell your husband to come up there, which he did, and I taught him how to, because she was like, I'm not going to be able to explain this to him. So, let me see, hold on. Yeah. Adventures. Hey, I'm glad you're here. They didn't have any of those shirts. However, I put in an order for one. So if they find it, and what happens is they'll look at another store around the city, or if it came from Mississippi or something like that. If they find it, they'll send it up. I'll let you know when it comes. Repairs, yes. Built, yes. Design, no, not yet. Working on learning CAD software, 3D designs. Would love to make my own brand just for myself. Select few. Oh, I know I'm good for one. Bruh, I mean, you start making them, you don't tell me, we're gonna have a problem. They do a lot of watch replacements too. I've had friends who picked up broken watches at estate sales that were just screw down crowns, and the seller didn't fit them. Wow. Hey Bob, that happened with a friend of mine with a car. Now the car was damaged. You know what I'm saying? This lady had it was a 1977 Delta 88, and she said the engine was like it threw a rod. So my buddy, he listened to it, fired the car up, and he heard it. He said, "How much you want for it?" She was like, "Well, give me $100, baby." You know what I'm saying? Because the engine's gone. He said, "Okay." He took the car home, got up under there, changed the flywheel. The flywheel had a crack in it. The flywheel had he could tell, he could just listen to a car. Man, that engine ran like, man, that car ran so good. He turned around and sold that car for like $3,000. I said, bro, that's crazy. So yeah, man, people don't know, man, like they're not informed. So, oh man, I actually went 2 minutes over what I said I was. Anyway, hey, between 11 and 11:30, I'll be live at Jake's, and we'll just go from there. He doesn't open up until 10:30. It takes me about an hour just to get up there. Like I know it's gonna take me an hour today because the traffic. We have construction traffic, so I'll leave here. Well, this is right after 9. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and we'll just hit it, man. I'll go through and talk about the collection. I'm looking for a Polish brand. Ducky, what's going on? Welcome in. Y'all duckies in here. Let's sit, you know, when I meet, let's sit down and we can go through some watch brands, bro. I love Honda. Yo, what's happening? What's going on? Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. And then you know what? Hey, Ducky, if you're available around 11:30 today, I'll be at an AD right up the road, up the street, 40 minutes up the street, and I'll go through what he has. You know what I'm saying? So he carries a decent amount of watch brands at all different prices, and he does come across some like. He come across used watch. Yeah, I'm good.
You good on wire, or you want me to bring it?
No, I'm good on that.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, man. One last wrist shot, bro. Let's see that Invicta again. Yes, sir. That R150. Big boy. This is my favorite watches, man. This will forever be in my collection, man. Until I pass away. If I die before DK, it goes back to him. It goes back to him. But there are some. I've always said this, and I said this on video. I'll say this on videos from time to time. There's some watches in my collection, man, that are like I would have never thought I would collect, but since I have them, I really enjoy them. I love what they represent. It's just like there's this connection that I have with certain watches. Not saying it's a live, object or anything like that. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to set this. I let the power go out on this bad boy, which is another one. Kids, if you watch this video, just know that this is important. And my kids probably wouldn't even do it. My grandkids would be like, "No, we getting Papa's watch." Most definitely. Not too much, bruh. Good to see you are still putting out info for the community. Yeah, man, I ain't going nowhere. Praying for better days. Salute, John. Wifey holding it down. My girl needs to take notes. Oh. Hey, listen, bro. When I come up here, that's the reason we talked about that good customer service, man. They take care of me, bro. There's 2 spots that I go to that the service is just like that, man. It's like, yo, what you need? You good? Man, I ain't never, like, my drink always filled. 3 grandkids got it out for you. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you. You know the thing I love though. Roll to just 40 timepieces, right? Whew, mercy. Just 40? Sheesh. Sheesh. I don't know if I can ever do that, man. I don't know. I'll make an attempt, man, but I don't know. Cause I'm gonna tell you this. My kids will sell my watches for $2. Oh my gosh, man. Woo! Well, I know where I'm going. Give your kids my phone number, bro. Give your collection on $2. Bro, I'm buying a whole lot. It ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep it in the family. Wow. That's what you said in the past video. You want to get around 40. I know, I did. But here's a problem though. Here's a problem, man. When you see watches, man, and just like, I don't know, man, it just takes me somewhere else, man. It's like, dude, that's probably one of the greatest technological finds that we've ever had, like, for mankind. It's like one of the greatest things ever. Something so simple as a little watch, right? I mean, you think about like the Tesla. The Tesla is, that thing's crazy because that car can drive itself. And no, if you take offense to this, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a fan of the new Tesla truck. It is weird. It is different. But I just don't like, it's just too far out for me, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm getting old or something. I don't know. But I just don't, I'm really not a fan of that truck. Now I look on the inside, the interior, the technology on it is crazy. But yeah, but the point I'm making is that thing coming from the Tesla group or whatever they call themselves is amazing. That thing's on a whole nother level. But watches, man, no pun intended, timeless, man. Freaking timeless, man. Like, you look at it, I'll tell you what, I don't care who you're a fan. You could be a fan of Invicta or Aragon or whatever, Seiko, Rolex, but there are certain watches that once you see them, you melt. There's certain watches you will see just the build of it. You're like, wow. There's some that are so nostalgic. Casio, the calculator watch. Bro, like, that thing gets so much attention. People, it always bring a smile on their face. Oh man, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? People just go crazy over it. Or the people that have yet to experience it, like, oh, that's cool. A watch with a calculator is dope. That's Thelonious, man. Oh my gosh. Hey, Nightwing. Hey, bro, I promise, man. Man, oh my God. You got yours down to 12? Oof. Oof. And the problem I have is, like, when I just left that watch event, y'all, and Like literally, when you walk right in, when the first watches you see, right side was Christopher, left side was G-Shock. I love G-Shock, bro. Like, man, they got some crazy stuff, man. Some retro stuff, some new stuff. They got some expensive watches in there that tell everything. You know what I'm saying? It could probably, man, fix you breakfast. But it's just something about watches, man. It's like I'm gonna always have that, you know, that love for it, man. And doggone, I was highly impressed with Formex. Now the only thing that'll keep you or keep me from having as many is the ones that I like now are crazy expensive. But it's not to say that I won't get it one day. I just right now, I'm gonna hold off. I feel better with 12 now. I don't feel guilty. They all get some recycling, and that's the problem I got. Cause just alone, matter of fact, check this out, bro. Just these right here, in this case. Wrist time is like, it's so hard, man. It's like they're fighting for it. They're fighting for attention. And something as simple as my Expedition, that watch right there is simple. Just, it's a simple watch, right? But I like the watch, man. I just dig the watch. You know what I'm saying? And then for a diver, another diver I think is phenomenal is this right here, man. That Squale, and that's on leather, man. You know, and it eventually go to bracelet. I'm gonna eventually get that bracelet. I'm gonna get that mesh bracelet that go in there. And I've been recently, like this was like one of the newer ones, man. That ball, outside of the name, this watch is crazy, man. I mean, I really like this watch, man. Just like looking at it, I just sit and stare at some of these watches all day. Just stare. And this was, I've had this for so long, man. But like, it's just like looking at the dial is crazy. This is another one that I look at, man, because it's like the night sky, man. The thing. Well, that you remember that kid song, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Yeah, that's what that is. I don't think I can get down under 25. Too many special memories for a song. Too many I just love. I know, man. The bad part about me having so many is that I work so much. There's no time to wear them. I can't wear them. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's, and blame it on the military. You can blame it on the military, bro, because I've always been there. Now, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, if I was to have right now a luxury watch, my ideal of luxury is Cartier. That's the ultimate luxury watch, in my opinion. That watch it's a love story, in my opinion. That, man, and I said I was gonna get it one day because I also feel that a Cartier is designed for grandfathers. I'm just calling it how it is, man. My godfather, he had a Cartier too. My granddad, he had a Cartier, and he never wore it because he worked construction. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I seen him wear a suit one time in my life. And that was the only time I seen him in that thing. And my grandmother bought it for him because I don't think he would have got it. He was more into pocket watches. So, yeah, man, give me a field watch, bro. Tool watch, yes, sir. You are. Hey, I'm rolling with it all day. Yo, Sean John in the building. Well, thanks to you. He started with a watch trap. Salute. Man, bro, look, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure to see your name pop up, man. Promise, boy. Man, I really dig this, man. I done went way past the time I was supposed to have been on here. But it's all good, man. I enjoy doing this, man. And hopefully when we get down to Jake's, or get up to Jake's, you guys see something that you like, man. And then too, always, I would say call Jake or email him and just say, yo, Trap had this on, and you know, I want to, you know, I'm curious, or I want to, you know, get it or whatever. I see what the website is, and let him work with you. Let him work with you. What do you think about those aliens? Bro, I don't know about no aliens, bro. I don't know about no aliens. What kind of watches were they wearing? You know, what kind of watches did they have? I don't know what happened. It's a lot of stuff that happened, bro. It's a lot of stuff that happened. I don't know about no aliens though. I can tell you that. Hey man, you know what's crazy about being live on YouTube, man? I never, like, whether it's bad or just horribly bad, like when I get off a live, I always think back like, man, people are very interesting. People are like super interesting. Do you read So for my watches, man, depends on what watch. Like I've had some of my watches serviced already. Some that I've had for like 12 to 14 years. I've had those serviced. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like. But a lot of my watches, you know, rock that NH35 in it. NH35 is just like an AK-47, man. You can throw the thing in the desert, man, and pick it back up 10 years later, and it's still fire. The NH35 is impenetrable, man. It's like GM's 3.8 motor, man. That thing was solid, and the 350. If you went to GM, but nah, like, so depends. Like, I do have some watches in here that I will send out to be serviced. My Tissot, that car certified one. When the time comes, I'm sending it out to have it serviced, and because it's car certified, I'm gonna have that service done too, flat out. And whoever gets that watch, I'll recommend. I'm like, hey, whatever kid get it or grandchild get it, I recommend that they do the same. Rolex, aliens in style. You started the first cruise. You created a monster. I had to. No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. And you know what's crazy is when I'm walking and doing my thing, man. So for this one, I don't baby this. When I'm out walking, and I got my backpack on, man. I'm going through and I do trails and stuff like that, climbing through, and normally always find a stick with me, because it's crazy. Like, we got bobcats out here, right? And bobcats normally don't mess with you, but I don't want to take no chance, because he may be hungry, he may have missed a meal, and be like, you know what, I'm gonna try to tackle this dude. I mean, he gonna be on a fight for him. Speaking of which, EDC, it's the other thing too. I am going to have a whole show on these right here. Look at that, man. You got oil. You see the oil on there? This will defend. EDC is important too, man. That's always been a part of like your everyday. I think back when I was in the service, man. Like, of course, you always had pens. I had the pen that I actually had the pad and pen that you could write. If it's raining, you could still write with it. Yeah, that thing's essential, man. I promise that thing's essential. So, yeah, man, we're going to talk about that stuff too. Because I've been on Whatnot, and I highly recommend, if you're into knives, I highly recommend you go over there. I'm going to show you the knives that I got, man. Oh my gosh, bro. I got a bunch of knives. And then Joe sent me some knives too. I have three work watches, 2 G-Shocks, and an Attack. My watch collection is okay. I purchase less on brand names and more on local utility. Cost is almost irrelevant. And that's perfect. That's perfect, bro. Do you think tags are too expensive? I can't justify spending that much on a watch that's made in China. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this honestly. Don't sleep on China, man. China is killing it, man, in the watch game. They killing it. I mean, cause think about it. That's what a lot of the watches like. You'll be surprised how many watches use in China to actually build their watches and stuff like that, or even the cases. However, with that being said, tag watches, man, like I'm the type of person, I like tag. And I will tell you, I'm going to take a page out of DK's book. I would tell you to go get an old tag. You know what I'm saying? Something that came out 15, 20 years ago. Man, because those watches are great looking, man. They're nice movements. They're easy to maintain. Watches are timeless, and I get like seeing something new. You're like, oh, new and shiny. Nah, bro. Go find you one of them, man. And I can't even tell you what eBay seller will sell an amazing tag. Shoot, I know Matt. I don't know if Matt Watches may have a tag. I have to look through, but like I would say, go to him. That's the only person I really mess with on eBay. But yeah, I would buy an older one than the new one. The newer ones, I think they are pricey. Oris is a great watch, man. But shoot, I remember like when I first got interested in Oris, it wasn't the price it is today. So that's keeping me away from Oris right now. So to answer your question, I do think that they are getting they're too expensive. That's a good watch, hot dang. Contestant on America's Got Talent was wearing the Sea Hunter. Easy to identify. Okay, yeah. Send me a pic of that. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Huh, I gotta see that. Meritech makes solid watches. Whoa, what's on the wrist? So I got the Islander on. Put that Islander on. Hey, and this watch is $369, but I didn't pay $369 for this watch. So this is the crazy thing. If you go to an event that Mark is at, he boasts, he's been doing this. I know he did it last year. I missed out. So if you wear an Islander, if you own an Islander watch, he'll give you a $50 bill. You'll have the opportunity to take that $50, walk away with it, no question. Or you can turn back around and spend it with him, right? And you know you got that $50 off the next item. But then he takes an additional percentage off the watch. So that watch being $369, I paid what, $200 for the watch or something like that. So yeah, I'm like, it's a no-brainer. And that's one of the most attractive things about a watch that you think, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what brand it is. If you look at a watch and it just blows your socks off and you see the price, and then it ain't like, okay, I could take an additional $250 off. You're like, because looking at the watch in its entirety, hold up. Looked like he was driving slow. So looking at this watch in its entirety, right? You don't have an open case back, but like he did a lot, man, as far as signage on the back. Mill clasp, dual deployment. You got Islander stamp, like super big right there, so you know it's an Islander. Nothing on the actual case, but angles and ways to catch the sunlight to make this thing look even more. And then they have like this gilded style on the on the indices. The Rehot got another timing track on it, bi-directional. So, and then the crown is crazy. 42 and a half millimeters. Pepsi dial. Oh, this watch is crazy. Islander JFK GMT. Yep, this is that the ISL 206. I saw Zodiac watches. the other day. They're nice looking watches, but again, they cost a lot of money. Hey Matt, and that's so like I got my Zodiac for dirt ball cheap, and I'm buying like I bought from Matt, bro. Like I see Zodiac, man, and because I like the Zodiac, I almost brought it out today too. I plays no games with those, man. I'm not spending a whole bunch of money on stuff, man. For like, you know what I'm saying, if I like it, you know what I'm saying, I'll get it. I do, however, want to get the Formex. That's a next year purchase because the Formex costs as much as a cruise. And I know I can't wear a cruise, but you know what I'm saying, like I like to enjoy myself. And I got a cruise coming up, so that Formex is gonna have to wait. I'm wearing my Panda. Oh yeah, boy. So like Matt, you've seen the blood moon, right? If you've seen that blood moon, that thing that's fire. K-bar, good knobs. Yes, I had a K-bar in Iraq. You could stab the concrete with a K-bar. You could chip a piece out the ground with a K-bar. Which one? So I'm doing another. I'll be live again, Nightwing, at 11:30 today from the store. Made in Japan used to be said to be known a lack of quality years ago. Looking at the market now, China is on this almost every place more brand out there. Just my opinion. Steel is rare. Steel is steel. Man. And that's, you know what? I don't think people are ready for the truth. You can't handle the truth. That's probably like, it's gonna always be a classic saying from a movie, but by me being in circles that I'm in and looking how stuff works and who they go through and stuff, it's like, what the heck? China gets a lot of business. And if you don't know that by now, we're not that far removed from COVID. Y'all saw how, you know what I'm saying, there wasn't anything American made at that point that we could just go out and get. Like, everything is important, and you have to get it from China. Most of the spots was China, man. I don't know what 80% of the market, bro. They own a huge part, 74%, a huge part of the market. People go to China. Now you do have those shops that just put out some garbage, some BS. That there are those China spots, but dude, I know watchmakers right now are sending their watches over there to get finished because it's cheaper, and they're getting great work. It's not shabby. You got yours from T. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think everybody got a watch from T. I've got an Oris. Ooh, I gotta look that up. Matt G, are you following me on Instagram? I'd love to see a picture of that. It's crazy how no one hesitates to buy a phone or a computer. Hey, I promise, bro. I promise, bro. Mark is awesome. I wish him nothing but continued success he gets. Hey, Megan's away. I told him that he is necessary for watches, for horology. He's necessary. Because I mean, you know what? And this is my opinion. I'm thankful, that we all love watches. I'm glad that we can all talk and have a conversation about this stuff, man, and share pictures and stories and things of that nature, man. But like, date back, I was telling Tony Woe this yesterday. Not all watch companies were made for everybody, right? There was this classism, you know what I'm saying? If you owned a watch back in the early or late 1800s, you had money to buy that. You know what I'm saying? And the people that can afford watches had to wait for somebody to invent a watch that they can afford. And you could tell the difference back then. If you look at it now, you go back in history or go through your history books and look at the watches like Patek Philippe versus Timex. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see a difference in the quality of the watch or how it's built. You know what I'm saying? A simple tool, yep. A simple tool watch versus elegance. So fast forward now, you got people that are making watches that you can talk to these people. You get to know and see what they're doing. So I'm saying Mark is so necessary for the market right now. He's a one-stop shop because not only do he have his own brand, but he's carrying, gosh, I don't know, 12 other brands at his store. Man, you can literally, man, he is the watch enthusiast super mall for watches. Like, if you don't go nowhere else, man, you can go straight to him because, I mean, he's still Squale, phenomenal brand. That's a luxury tool watch. And they're very essential, man. If you don't know about Squale, look what they have done for horology, man. They were making cases for people. You know what I'm saying? So he has everything. Then you got another one coming out of Hong Kong. Phoebus, another dive watch. They got a compression style watch, but he offers circular, which has an authentic compression style watch. And if you don't know what that is, so the compression style watch, they got the two crowns on the side. The water resistance is actually increased the deeper you go down. And that they have a cutoff point to where they think like, hey, look, that's too much pressure. But it's not like the regular watches that we have. You know what I'm saying? Not like this one. So this case has like the little rubber insert. This one, it compresses with the case or the glass. It compresses down. Love to have color thing. Oh, you talking about that? Yeah. I've said the same thing. We're going to the knife show. Hey, bro. Hey, we could do a knife show, bro. I could do a whole, bro. Because I know you collect a lot of stuff, man. Man, you know, hey, let me know when you free, bro. We could do a whole show, man. Heck yeah. You ain't been up on the show in a minute, man. So yeah, let's do that. I have an automatic Coke bezel and Batman bezel diver from Aragon. I think they're about $100 each. I love them and keep a great time. Yeah, man. And Bob, you got all type of stuff. I'm from the UK and everything here is made in China. It's the first time I've ever seen your channel, but you're a cool dude. Thank you. I've just subscribed. Oh man, I appreciate it. Yes, Trap. Islander watch fields and underserved niche people who can't afford 5 or 6 figure watch. Yup. I've never heard of Islander watches before until now. Hey man, Long Island watches, man. Mark does a great, man. One-stop shop, bro. You go in there, you get your fix, man. He got some fun watches. He got Spinnaker. And Spinnaker, in my humble opinion, Spinnaker is that watch that fits in between realms of watches. So you got your serious watch collector. You got people that like the fun and stuff like that. You got people that like, hey, I don't want a real small watch, but I don't want a real big watch. Spinnaker is like the perfect fit, if you will. And they'll hit you with some character watches. I think that that 50 Phantoms watch, that, man, just crazy how they did that. That was a crazy watch. In my opinion, I think that was one of the best launches that they had as far as like a play on words with watch. Man, that watch was great. Loom is amazing. And yeah, I have 3 Spinnakers so far. Is it 3? 2 Spinnakers, and the other one is a collaboration with Long Island Watches. Mark, unlike so-called luxury brands, actually respect his customers. I will buy groceries from them. Hey man, talking to Mark, and watching how he interacts with customers, man, it's amazing. It's amazing, man. It's like, I know he's great in marketing and stuff like that, and he has a business, he got to make his money, but his knowledge, his willingness to like just be in touch, in tune with him, perfect, man, perfect. I get that man 5-star as far as customer service, man, and he is a watch enthusiast, and he is not afraid to wear 2 watches at the same time. Tom Ford, Oh my gosh, I don't know how long ago this was. It was probably like 5 years ago. Made a publication about. I don't know if it was an Esquire or GQ magazine. It was one of those where he said, people that wear two watches. He said he referred to his children. He said, I remember my kids. I remember when my kids used to wear two watches. You know what I'm saying? And he put it in a way that like that was cute for a kid, but for a grown man to wear two watches, no, that's unbecoming, and they considered Tom Ford to be the man of fashion at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he knows fashion, so whatever he says is law. Heck out of here. I'll wear two watches in a heartbeat. Sometimes I wear two watches just so I can get the rotation in. I can afford any 6-digit watch as long as the decimal point is up there. First digit is 2. Bob, get out of here, man. What's wrong with you? Bob, you crazy, bro. You crazy. We make our own rules, yeah. It annoys me when watch YouTubers dismiss watch brands, which isn't Rolex or Zenith, etc. Most people can't afford those expensive watches. It doesn't matter how expensive it is. Yeah. Well, Matt, a few years back, I had I was actually in the chat of another YouTuber, and I made a comment about a watch that he talked about that he didn't have in hand. And I clearly stated, you're like, well, hey, before you dismiss this watch, you have to consider how many people buy into this brand, how many people have actually owned this watch, and yada yada yada. And he never responded to me, but his audience did. His audience came over there with their pitchforks and torches and was like, get out of here, nobody talking about this stupid watch, you're stupid for collecting it, and your watch is cheap, it's cheesy, it's blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so from there I stopped. I never came back. I didn't even try to defend it, right? Because it is subjective. It's subjective, man. If you wanted a Rolex because you wanted a Rolex, that's fine, perfectly fine. If you wanted a Rolex because a talking head was like, yo, you should get this is the ultimate watch. This watch is going to bring you good fortune. It's going to show people that you mean business. People will take you more serious if you wear this watch. By having this watch, it's showing that you have completed something in life, right? You are established. You have become one of the most interesting people in the world, and there's only a select few. So yes, own that watch. And I call bullcrap on that. I call bullcrap because I know a guy right now that never wore a watch, and he owns a yacht. Nobody even seen it coming, man. This dude was making investments. He was working his tail off, and then got a job with the government and was making a decent amount of money. He was helping with cybersecurity and stuff like that. He was good with his money. And one day he popped out, and this dude bought a yacht. That's what he wanted. He bought a yacht. He didn't own a watch. I don't even know if he still owns. He may have a watch now because he's making so much money. But, like, I'm pretty sure people have respect and will take him serious just because of him. And watch it. It's like you almost think you act as if that watch is the communicator for the night 2000. Or if it's like Power Rangers, you hit your watch and you gonna have a freaking Megazord bust out the ground and pick you up and take you off into the sunset. Like, bro, like having these expensive watches don't make you fool you up, man. Come on, Friday work for you? Sure. I don't have anything Friday, bro. Most watch channels recycle the same thing over and over at their ultimate peril, of course. Yeah, and that I watch a lot of them. And one, was it Jenny L? I think it was her, and I may be mistaken, but I know it was one of the lady watch reviewers, and she did a video on. I don't think it was Jenny. I have to look again, but I know one of the lady watch reviewers did a video, and she's, you know, she even called it herself. She was like, I talk about Rolex too much, so she did a clip of how many times she said the word Rolex in her videos. Man, it was like Rolex, 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 Rolex. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, it's crazy. And she, you know, and I know she loves Rolex. Not knocking that whatsoever, man, but you know, I listen to these guys and gals talk about, you know, these high end watches, man, and I'm like, dude, they're again. I'm just gonna show you one more time. And I said this on my short. If you watch that short, I used AI. If you don't know, I used AI to produce that video. I said this watch at $369 is punching above watches that cost way more. Mark didn't skimp out on a bracelet. He actually used screw pins in there, right? I mean, look at the finishing on it, man. This watch is phenomenal, bro. When it catch the light, oh, that thing it's in there. It's in there, man. And there's watches that you can get at a lower price point. You know, shoot, Tissot is a good, man. Powermatic 80, you can get one of those relatively cheap. And that's one thing I like about micro brands, because micro brands offer something to you. You know, we're talking to spending under $1,000 or under $500. If you have to have, or if you just feel like you have to have Swiss made, it has to have Swiss made on it. There are a number of micro brands that will offer you a watch, a great looking watch, right? If you're into tool watches, even if you're into luxury, you know what I'm saying, that luxury look. There's a company here, they don't do Swiss, but it's called Visitor, right? Just check this out. Go to visitorwatches.com, right? That guy, his name is Phil. He lives here in Indiana. That guy makes a phenomenal watch off top, bro. And it hits you with that dressy, but then like it's casual, and then it's like laid back. It just hits. It hits different. Hits different, man. And that watch, I think you can get that watch for about $600 to $700. It has a Miyota movement in it, and I know he's working on some other stuff, but I'm not disclose all that information. But I know he's working on something. When he's ready to, like, as soon as he's going to drop what he's doing next, you guys will know. I'll drop it here. Exactly, man. That's why I go adventures with my watches. Yeah, man. You have to enjoy. Space G, what's going on, bro? Back in a bit. Gotta make this delivery. Okay. I have Park Avenue and Bowery Shop in Hammonds. Don't discriminate. You. Come on, bro. Well, Mr. Nightwing, and not my buddy Nightwing, you won't be yapping. So you go get you a channel. If you do have a channel, you do what you do on yours, brother. You know what I'm saying? Consider that. Think about that, or not, because you probably won't, because you came on my channel with that bull crap. Yeah, I had to, yeah. Cheers. He was a tool. He was. Then he won't spend time getting to know our community. Just want to come in and cause trouble, man. And you know, it's crazy with that type of person, man. Woo, boy. Life is gonna whoop you up. But with that being said, I think yeah. Again, I'll always have a great time talking to you guys, man. We've been on for 1 hour and 14 minutes, and this was supposed to be a 30-minute show, but I always love engaging with you guys. He's a weirdo. I love engaging with you guys. I love the comments. I love going back and forth, man, with you guys. And the luxury market keeps moving the finish line. The more folks can afford. And you know what, Megazoid? I think, you know what, I believe I may even go live Sunday And let's talk about that. Let's touch that topic Sunday, because I want to get more insight from you guys about like your experience with watches, and I'll give you guys what I've experienced with watches and stuff like that. And seeing that some people don't have the ability to go out, or have the opportunity to go out, not the ability. They don't have the opportunity to going out to an AD because some people don't have ADs by them. And then some people are so far away from these events, man, it makes no sense. Especially if, like, you gotta think about traveling somewhere. You got to get a hotel and, get around and stuff like that. And you may not, you may spend more money traveling than buying a watch. And you much rather have the watch because, whatever. So, the goalpost is always moved. It's always moved. YouTubers help move it though. YouTubers help move it, bro. They moving this goalpost along. And this is just my say. This isn't law, but this is what I say. I don't agree with a lot of the YouTubers, man, but they do benefit because they have a large base, and I'm not mad at that. Hey, I congratulate them on their success. I do. But I just, it's like once you get to that point, it's just like, for me, it's like hip hop and movie, cinema. It's somebody that you could like so much to the point where you're like, oh man, they made it, they're great, and they will sacrifice the integrity of what they were when they first started for the bag. So as long as you can make money, it's like, hey, I had a company reach out to me on Instagram, and this happens all the time. They say, hey, Trap, we watched your channel and we want to hit you with a deal. We'll send you watches. You promote the watches online, man, and sell them. You keep 7% of what you sell. So I said, okay, what's the watch? They're clones. They're Rolex, they're Patek. They said you can't tell the difference. In that conversation, I would never do it. I would never, ever do something like that. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. And for that person, that the two companies that hit me with that, you didn't do your due diligence and research who I am on here. You didn't look back and see what I promote. Dude, started this channel off of Invicta watches, and I still have Invicta watches in my collection. I have Aragon stuff in my collection. I got Deep Blue in my collection, man. I got all these affordable timepieces in my collection, man. And now you want me to go and switch over? Oh, maybe because you saw that I went into an AD that have all these different watches. I didn't come home with an Omega or a Rolex. So how dare you come in and ask me? And even if I did, that's going to talk to a crowd that can afford that, or somebody that may be interested in it. I've never had a fake watch on my freaking channel, man. I wouldn't dare. 755 Media in the building. I need to go now and pick up my kids from school. Thank you. You have a good day, Matt. I grew up around 80s in New York. I'll go to a smaller brand base on customer service. Okay. My AAD money goes to places like Islander and small brands overseas. Full stop. Yup. You don't answer to that clown. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, man, God dog, boy, I tell you, there's so many different ways, so many different angles when it comes to this watch game, boy. This watch game is serious out here, boy. It's serious, but I'm glad I got the people. I'm glad I got the crew that I got. You guys are amazing, man, all day, every day. Showing up, we talking, man. You guys keep me on my toes, too, because y'all be hitting me with companies. I'm like, ooh, never heard of them. So, that could be a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because then I'm like, I'm trying to cut back on watches, and y'all be sending me these watch companies. I'm like, ooh, that's beautiful. God, dog. It's like y'all be twisting my arm, man, and then be laughing at me while y'all twisting my arm. Oh my gosh. I like to shout while I'm celebrated, not while I'm tolerated. Oh. That's why. Okay, it's almost 10 o'clock. He'll be opening up in about 35 minutes. 35 minutes where I'm going, where I'm about to travel to, will be open. And I'll get there by like 11:15, 11:30, and then I'll go live. But I got to talk to him first. But yes, when I walk in there, he knows I'm coming in there, man. When, like, they watch my show, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally has a TV. When people come in, they be like, hey, I've seen you before. He's playing you in here. Like, you know, he's not just playing me when I'm coming there. He's playing my show periodically, like just on a regular business day. Down in Florida, there was Invicta stores. There was 2 Invicta stores that was playing my videos. You be like, hey man, you want to know something about Invictas or these cruises? Man, holla at this dude, man. He has a YouTube channel, and they're playing my stuff in the store, man. So I love that. Being celebrated, not tolerated, man. Especially when you're spending your money. I don't care if you're spending $50 on a watch. I don't care if you're buying a Casio. You know what I'm saying? Like a G-Shock or whatever. Do not just, well, here you go, man. Get on about your business. What? Okay, hold on. Wait, what are you telling me to take a look? The Highlander looks sick. I suggest you look at it. Take a look. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, all right, y'all. I gotta hit the road so I can come back live again. I thought that was my wife. The one I'm wearing. All right, I'm gonna get. Hold up. Let's take a. I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Close up. Booyah. Take a look at that. Look at that, man. Hold on. Let's look at this thing in its entirety, boy. The crown. Y'all forgive the smudgy smudge on there, man. I got oil on my hands. But look at that bracelet. The Islander. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, man. When I tell you, I mean, you got a GMT. Bi-directional bezel. You got cloud, man. Your watch, literally, man. This is, you're sitting above the clouds, man. Imagine if you ever took a flight anywhere and you're flying through the clouds, you break through and you look down, you see the sun shining, and then you have like that gold gilded style on there, man. Look at that, man. You got the Pepsi going on, but like he put gold in it, man. Man, bro. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Watch companies. Mark from Long Island did this watch, and he's got this on his website right now for $369. I don't get any paid promotions for telling you this, not one. I just get satisfaction in sharing something with you so you can go over there and buy it. And he has multiple colors. He got a sale going on right now. I was just on there last night. He has enough watches, and he sells Seiko. So if you're into Seiko, he sells Phoebus if you're into that. He sells Squale if you want something higher end, bro. Like, he has everything for you as far as a watch. Mark's never given me any money to say that. I'm passing the information on because I believe in that type of stuff. His customer service is A1. Anything. I actually met the guy that does his warranty work when I went out to Texas. And he, all the way around, his team, solid. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? So if I can help you find a spot to go buy a watch and it's zero hassle, bro, that's the spot. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, this sucker, man, look at that crown, bro. That crown's stupid, man. Man, bro, look. I'm saying this, 5 out of 5 on this watch. 5 out of 5. NH34, GMT. I'm not even gonna use it. I mean, I will use GMT. And the loom. Y'all see the loom, bro? Like the loom, you can see it in the daylight, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Mark is not, he ain't play no games with this. But that just kind of like, I asked this question. If Mark is doing this and he's making a good profit off of it, and then he's, you know, he's hitting some sale prices, why can't some of these other companies give us the same, especially at the price that y'all charging us? $1,000 for a watch, and I'm like, bro, I say the same thing. Seiko, I don't mind. You know, like once you close the clasp on your watch, you can't see that potato chip style clasp. That's just a little blank plastic metal look. But Mark is giving us milled clasp, scissor deployment, beautifulness, for under $400, and that's hitting at that price point that, shoot, what the Seiko 5 is retailing for what, $500, $525. You may get it for like $380 if it's on sale, maybe $425. Just saying. I'm just saying. I would have bought that. Makes it a bit closer colors to my monitor. That monitor. Oh, just stay tuned, monitor. I can't let the cat out the bag on this. You will see monitor here. Yeah, you'll see monitor here. I can't wait. I didn't buy it, but I got an opportunity, and I'll share that with you. I can't wait, boy. Ooh, monitor is so cold. Sheesh, that monitor is legit, boy. Monitor legit. Man, Mark ain't half step overhead trap. Yup. Yeah, I get that, bro. Okay, all right. I got you, bro. Discord. All right, man. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in about 2 hours. I don't know. I'll see you guys back here in a little bit, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all be blessed. Be safe.